Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, we're almost done. I know it's been a long week here. We're in component number 7. We're talking transitions. So my name's Ben. I've been with you here, but I get to deliver this piece to you. Now, before we jump into it, let's just take a minute. Shake it out, okay? Been a long day. Who's your favorite superhero? Let's just break the ice a little bit here. Tell me, who's your favorite superhero and why? Okay, John. Wolverine. Okay, why? Well, yeah, he's indestructible. Of course he is. Who else? Kelly. Black Widow. Okay, all right. Why? Well, okay, yep. She just kicks ass. All right, super smart, all over the place. Love it, guys. Okay, so now think about your superheroes. What's their alter ego? What's their name? Like Wolverine. It's Logan, right? Okay? You got all of your different superheroes. Who's mine? Superman. Okay? Classic. Superman has all the powers. Everyone loves him. He's that tried and true, pride, trust, honor, all of that. That's why I love Superman. And who's his alter ego? Clark Kent. Everybody knows it. Well, of course, unless he puts the glasses on, gets the little swoopy thing with the hair, okay? So, thinking transitions, okay, your superheroes often transition. They go from mild-mannered reporter to Superman, and nobody knows the difference. Well, transitions are really key to making a successful move throughout the room for your member experience. So, as we dive in here, let's think about what makes a successful transition. So in your textbooks, we printed you out these great workbooks for you here. We're turning to page 177. We got transitions here. And page 178 is a great spot for you to be able to take some notes here as well so that you can go back and study it later, remember it as you're prepping for classes. So let's talk about what makes a successful transition. You guys have taken some classes throughout the week. You took some classes leading up to here. What are some things that you noticed about your transitions from station to station? What made it successful for you? Okay, numbers. So knowing where the numbers were on the stations, great. What else? Clear. Okay, so very considered. Okay, write these down. Write them down. Okay, so clear commands. What else? Having wipes handy. Yes, we'll talk about that. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Step number 1. So keep writing those down. Think about those other things that made you successful. So there's 4 steps in a successful transition here. Step 1, wipes. We want to make sure wipes are available. Now, when do you hand out the first set of wipes, and who do you hand them out to? Okay, so you hand them out, leading up to maybe about 30 seconds before, and who gets them here, John? Yeah, the floor. So make sure when you're handing out wipes that you're handing out ahead of time. So you're going to have to do something for yourself. We talked about this when we were talking about treadmills. You need to set people up for success by doing what? Forecast. Right. So for yourself in your own mind as a coach, you want to think about, I'm going to forecast what's coming up. So while you set up and get that finisher going on the floor, cue up your last all out on the treadmill, what are you forecasting in your own head? Your transition. That's the thing that comes next. So now, once you cue that up, what are you going to do? You're handing out your wipes to the floor, putting them in a spot that's not in their way, that kind of gets them to where they can access them really quickly here. Great. Now, what's the next piece? You finish up your all out, you finish up your finisher on the floor. What happens now? We wrap it up. So what are we doing at that point? Okay, Kelly? Okay, so telling them to use the wipes, wipe things down. Okay, what are we doing on the treadmills, John? That's right, so we're gonna walk them down. What are those walking parameters, just to refresh? 3% or 1% incline, 3 mile or less. Perfect, great. Okay, so now, as we wrap it up, we bring it down, we make sure we get the wipes to the treadmills, yes, now we shift. Where do people shift? Now, this is the fun part here. Where do people go? We got a couple of different transitions that we can make here depending on whether you're running a 2 group, a 3 group. We call those 3Gs. That's what it says on the MBO app. And then you've got your strength 50s. Okay? So let's talk about our transitions. Boom. Check it out. We got our 2Gs. So, John, You get to tell me where I'm going for our 2G. Where are we going for our 2G? It starts, we go from your set position. Treads are going to go to the floor. Okay, good, good, good. And then the floor is going to go to the treads. Excellent. All right. So, Kelly, where do we go? You get an extra step here with the 3G. How are we going here? Okay, so we go, treads are going to, yes, rower. Okay, rowers are going where? Rowers are going to the floor. Excellent. And then the floor is going where? To the treadmills. Beautiful. And of course, we always end with that mobility block at the end. So John, back to you. What are we doing with our strength 50? Okay, we go floor side, row side. Beautiful. All right. So, does that make sense? You've done it a couple times. Let's walk through it here. So, John, why don't you go to the treadmills? You're starting on the treadmills for the day. Kelly, you're going to the floor. Okay? So, once you get there, I'm going to walk you through the first time. And then we're going to take turns working back and forth here. So, I'll swap you places. So, right now, I'm you on the mic. What are we starting off with? We're handing out wipes. Here you go, Kelly. Here's your wipe. Fantastic. John, we're queuing it up. We got our 3, 2, 1 walking recovery. Weight floor. Let's put those dumbbells away. Let's wipe down your straps, anything that you've used over there. Treadmills, bring it to a complete stop for me here. Take a big deep breath. I am right behind you with your wipe. Now wiping down anything that you touched on the treadmill there. Bring it down, bring it to a complete stop. Treadmills. You're headed to your same numbered station on the floor. And weight floor, you're headed to your same numbered station on the treadmills. Make sure that as you pass each other, give each other a fist bump. Show some love to your neighbors and everything. We're going to be ready to rock and roll. And then, now team, what happens now? Where are we at? So John, yep, you're on the floor. Kelly, you're up here. So Kelly, what do you need to know? That's right. You need to know your base pace parameters. Sorry, your base parameters. We don't say pace, okay? Your base parameters, and you want to get moving up into that green zone. John, what are you doing over here? That's right. You need your order and your floor setup. Fantastic. So we flip this back around. Boom. We take a look. We're in our spot. We set up, okay? So we shift. We set up. We're ready to go. Fantastic. All right. Let's switch spots. So Kelly, I'm going to take your spot on the treadmill. You set us up, get us in our transition here. All right, great job, everybody. Let's bring it back into the center. So, a couple of things that we want to know as we get through with our transitions here. Okay, wipes. Think about where you want wipes. Okay, you're going to have to change those based on where people are at. You got to step over benches. Maybe benches aren't out. Where's the best place for you to set those up? Clear, concise command. Couple of things, just from my personal experience. Hey, if you get long in this transition, that's where you're going to lose a lot of time. So as you're making your notes here, flipping over, you can look at page 179, 180, where you fill in those blanks from the whiteboard here, and then taking a look at this template here. So template on page 180. How many switches do we have on that one? That's a regular 2G. 2 transitions. Fantastic. Okay? So make your notes in here. So remember, keep it concise, be clear. You don't need to get all out in the weeds and empathetic and you know, giving people time to mobilize and all of that. Hey, we got 30 more minutes of the workout. The easy part right now is just think, what did I do after we warmed up on the rowers and the treadmills to begin with? Get that order going on the floor. You're going to be all set to go. Set up your treadmills. We rock and roll for another 30 minutes. Boom, we're out of here. All right, great job, guys. Any questions? What questions do you have about really commanding your transitions?